Hi, this is Shelby Cross 123. This video is some candy tips I have for you, but at the same time some advice that might come in handy as you start to become a candy kid. My first tip / advice would probably be manage your time, manage your beads, and manage your, everything. Now, of course, when I say management, I mean be prepared, in other words. Be able to manage, like, if you want to make a UFO or something, make sure you have a certain number of beads, make sure you have enough of that color or enough of that type of bead. Make sure you have enough money to go out and buy the extra beads you need, which, that's helpful. Because if you don't have the money, then you're just going to have to wait on the project or the making of your candy for the next God knows how long. And I know that's not fun because I've done it and I just end up forgetting about it. Not on purpose, but because I get so consumed in my schoolwork and other things that it's hard. So, and then also, this is like a little tip, is always make sure you have coupons, like when you go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or something, because I assure you, they take the beads and they take the coupons and it's so helpful. You actually get less, you're paying less, of course. Tip number 2 would probably be don't wear candy to a job interview. Now, I'm not sure if any of you have done that, which if you have and you got the job, kudos to you, but for those who are probably younger than me, which I'm not going to give my age out on the internet, that's not going to happen at any time soon, because I've had my identity stolen from me before when I was a baby, and I'm not going to have it happen again. Sorry. Don't wear it to a job interview, because when you go to a job interview, of course, if you're in my generation of kids, you know that in school they teach you to be professional, blah, blah, blah. Well, of course, I'm a kid at heart. Let's face it, I am, because I do this. But I know when to be professional, and wearing candy is not one of them. So, and wearing a shirt like this, because I took a Kiss shirt and just cut it. That's not professional at all. You would wear, if you're a guy, you'd probably wear polo or whatever, and so forth. Tip number 3 would probably be original. Because, I've made candy, which some people have seen it on, like, my candy patterns or my, Instagram. Which, some of the candy I had on candy patterns is not on Instagram. So, you have to really go to my candy patterns. On my candy patterns, I made a bracelet for a girl I knew in high school, and the way I designed it, it came out to look like a star, which it was freaking amazing to me, but, it came out to be a star, and I loved it, and, of course, I gave it to her because it was a candy trade, but at the same time, I wanted to remake it, and I could never find the picture. But, it was original. It was like one of the pieces of candy you make, and it's just like, oh, this is my idea, and so forth. Of course, I haven't seen anybody recreate it, which I'm hoping they didn't, because that was just something. But then again, if I didn't want people to recreate it, I shouldn't have put it on the internet. Let's face it. But, like, my EDC cuff I made, which I'm not going to take it out, but I posted it on Candyland in Facebook, and, I'm hoping nobody recreates it, but I can't stop them if they do. Although all I ask is that you don't. And, if you don't want people to recreate your stuff, ask them nicely, or just don't put it on the internet at all. I mean, that's as simple as that. Of course, I like to show off my stuff to my family and my friends. And, yeah. I guess those are just regular tips out of being a candy kid. This would be candy tips, as in the helping you make candy. So, a good candy tip would be, if you make, like, a star or a UFO, I would suggest using extra string, or better yet, a fatty, which, no, I can't show it because I don't want to show it off just yet. make sure you use extra string, because trust me, it's better to have the extra string than a short amount of string and it just doesn't work out right, you know. So always use like extra string, you know, don't be scared to, because then you can just reuse that string or rewind it on your, or on whatever the elastic or fishing line was on. Darn, what else could I go over? Trying to think, I'm sorry, this video is like a waste of time right now. You know, and this is, I guess, like, I could go over this, I guess. You know, I come from a family where, not my dad, but my grandmother, she's very old school, which I love her to death, that's not a problem, but she sometimes wishes I didn't do my beading because she wants me to be older and more professional. You know, if your parents tell you that, try to differentiate, which I'm sorry if I said that wrong, but try to separate being a kid at home and then being professional in the working world. Because there is a difference. You can be a jokester at work, but you still get your work done. Because that's just how I am. I get my work done, but you know, I know how to make people laugh without carrying it too far. So, yeah. You know, just be able to separate the working world, the professional world from your kid heart. Because I'm a kid all the time. And if you're on Facebook, I'm sure you saw my post on that. But you know, I'm a kid all the time. Technically, I am a kid, but whatever. But you know, just be able to separate it. I don't know how to, like, say it any more than I am. Just be able to separate your life, your personal life from your working life. Because you can still be a kid towards others. Just, you know, be yourself. Well, be yourself, but at the same time, be able to be yourself in a professional way. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. Darn, I had another tip. I guess I'll end it on this. If I come up with any more tips, I'll post this on YouTube. I'll post it again on YouTube because I made a whole nother video. Now, when I met, how can I say it? When I first started Kandi, I never knew there was a certain way you traded. Like, you know, from arm to arm. I never knew that. Nobody told me, and this is me to you. Now, of course, if you're a Kandi kid, you know about plur, how it means peace, love, unity, and respect. Now, when you trade, you do this. And I never knew to do this until a girl at my school who was a Kandi kid also, when I first traded for her, I felt so dumb when she did it. I'm not mad. I'm just like, oh my god, I felt so embarrassed because I'm sitting here with all this candy and I didn't know how to do it. It was like, oh my god, I felt so bad, but I never knew how to do it, so I'm just giving this out to you. So this is what you do. Peace, love, unity, and then as you trade the candy, which if I had another hand it would work. But the unity and respect, you still do this, and you just trade the candy over from your hand to the other, in other words. So, I guess that ends this video now. If you would like me to do candy tutorials, or more candy tips, per se, like, you know, over candy itself that I've picked up, or maybe you have a question over a specific candy, and you've watched videos and videos over it, but you still don't understand it, you know, just leave a comment in the box, no big deal. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do a candy update, so, you know, see y'all later.